Thinning your seedlings can sometimes be a challenge for gardeners just because of our busy schedules and the plants are growing rapidly. We may not have the time to go and do the proper spacing for some of our small seeded vegetables. And so making seed tape or using a seed tape would be an option. There are commercial products such as this that can be a solution. Another option is to go ahead and make your own seed tape. This is something you can do at home with the kids and on the kitchen table. Can do any kind of paper, something that will dissolve basically into our garden. Something that I've selected is using just some toilet tissue. Basically all we're going to do is measure out our length that we want depending on the size of your garden. Now there's different types of glue and adhesive so that your seed will stick to the tape. You can make your own using just some flour and some water, and this would be another kind of fun thing for the kids to do. Spacing is going to depend on the vegetable that you're growing. Carrots, radishes, those may be 2 to 3 inches apart. You can read the seed packet to find out that information or some extension publications. I'm using probably a 3-inch spacing for my vegetables here. We're going to plant on our seed tape some radish seed. If you want to, you can use a tape measure. You can just make little marks on your paper. If you're confident in your germination of your seed, you can plant one at each dab. If you're not as confident, you can put maybe another one on there. If you want to use the other side of this tissue to space out your seeds, you can. Some of our seeds may be larger and maybe not going to stay on our tape here as well, and so we can go ahead and fold it over and kind of seal that up. Going to just use some glue stick here, not necessarily on the edge of the paper this time, since we're going to go ahead and roll that paper over. If you got a good stick of glue there, it may go ahead and seal, but you may need just a little bit more. And again, this is just mainly for our larger seeds that may come loose before you get them planted. Seeds come in different sizes, and so the smaller the seed is, it sticks a little bit better with some of the different types of glue. Also, our tissue paper that comes in different actual dimensions. We have some that have the markings on it, and that can be nice for making accurate spacing. Also, I've noticed that some of our tissue have 3-inch and some are 4-inch perforations in there. So that also kind of gives you a guide. If you're using like 3-inch spacing, you can put a dab of glue at each perforation, and that helps you space out your crop properly. Sometimes we need to write on our seed tape exactly what this is. We knew this was radishes, so you can put an R or write radish on there. So that way you can remember what you put in your seed tape. If you're ready to plant, you can just go ahead and take this out into the garden. If it's too wet out or not time yet to plant, we can just go ahead and just roll that up, keeping your seed in there. Your seed storage is just like you would for an open package. You want to keep it cool and dry. So you may want to put it into a plastic bag and find a cool location, whether it be in the refrigerator if you need to, or just stored in a cool location until you're ready to plant. When you're ready to plant, the conditions are right, the soil's ready to go, we go ahead and get our seed tape ready. Bring it on out. Now the little tricks that I've seen planting our seed tape, of course you can make a little furrow to put it down in there. Sometimes our soil may be too wet, but we want to plant, and it can actually go right on top of the soil. If it's a little windy, the wind catches the tape and kind of blows it around. What I've done is use some water and go ahead and dampen the seeding planting area, and that way this paper kind of sticks to it. It does stick pretty good and start to tear, so you kind of want to get it in place best you can before it blows away or starts to tear and move on you. And so you can take either some of your soil from your garden or use some potting media and put it over the tape itself to the depth that the particular vegetable needs to be at. For radishes, for instance, it's about a 1/2 inch of covering over that. And again, once you have it covered, go ahead and water it, and it should be ready to grow for this growing season.
For more information, visit your local extension office or visit our website at kansasgreenyards.org.